Let's talk about retention and disposition modules.
Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit about our software and how it works. Here we're looking at the main interface for the program. Basically, we have a few tabs here that handle almost everything you'd need to get compliance in records management. First, we have the file plan. This is where you set up the classification of your records. You can also apply retention codes to each of the different classes of records that you have. Over here we have the retention module. You can set up different retention schedules for different types of documents. Lots of details. You can have different event triggers, how long you keep it for, what to do at the end of its life cycle. Also, we have a holds module, so you can place holds on records that might need to be kept past their normal life cycle. And finally, we have the disposition module. This is where you can create a destruction memo. So at the end of the life cycle, you can send out a memo to the people responsible for the record so that they can either sign off on the destruction or make exceptions. So in Google Apps and Google Docs, we also work with Box.net. So here's what it looks like in Box.net. You just have your file plan exposed. When someone puts a document into one of these folders, our application takes control of it. So people can't delete it, they can't change it, all the things that you need for records management. Do the same thing for Google Docs. Looks a little different in Google Docs. We have folders here. These are everything that this user has access to. And finally in Gmail, we're looking at Gmail here. This is an email, and the same thing shows up as a gadget inside of Gmail. So you can just choose, which part of the file plan this belongs to and file this email as a record. So that is RecMan in a nutshell.
The show asks us why they should care about records management in SharePoint. The reality is records management is no longer a nice to have. It is an absolute when it comes to large organizations who need to deal with both regulatory and legal compliance, and especially in the area of e-discovery. So SharePoint provides a rich set of tools in the platform to provide enterprise content and collaboration. What Gimmelsoft has done is provided extensions to that platform to meet the more rigorous Department of Defense standard. So, and the most important secret sauce to the whole solution is that it's done in a way where end users do not have to be involved in the process. So this gives clients finally the ability to consolidate applications on SharePoint. They can now trust SharePoint to deliver on a collaboration, content management, and records management solve a records management problem, and in doing so reduce the cost and risk to the organization. So
Let's talk about retention and disposition software module evaluation tips. First of all, before you look into these modules, have you conducted a records inventory? Is your record schedule up to date? And are your policies and procedures in place to support retention and disposition? In terms of the retention disposition module, does it have the ability for close dates, legal holds, changes to disposition, retention extensions, and how will it handle physical records and additional electronic documents? And have your requirements been detailed in a detailed application design document?